Keep it a drink, keep it a drink alone.
Right, getting towards the tail end of the day, and we've got the senior sprint brought to you by the Victoria Motorcycle Club. We've got plenty of other sponsors: SnrSprintR3, Ivan Jones Engineering, Danny Burke, Suzuki, Henshaw Signs, Kiwi Bike Insurance, Fastway Couriers, CTAS, Text to Web Systems, and of course Bridgestone, the series naming rights. So right now this is about the third to last race of the day. It's a quick 5 laps, and lost a few riders. Possibly that's because of the time, or even just not having the resources to put wets on at the moment. One of the things is you need a full set of spare wheels with discs on and all that sort of thing, but you also need the tyre warmers and that. Some people haven't got that ability or the resources to do that, but everyone's supposed to have red lights on their bike. The meeting was declared wet very early in the day, and part of the ruling is you must have a red light fitted to your bike running all the time. I think the rule currently doesn't state whether it's flashing or static, but the new ruling proposed towards MNZ is it's got to be a bright red LED light, not a flashing type. But we'll see how that all goes once we get to conference in about a month or so time. So tight pack out there for second and third. In fact, the position's changing there. The lead bike's just country mile stuff, and I think that's Ryan O'Neill on the number 81 machine. Got a podium early on today, so I think that is Ryan O'Neill on the white machine. Just going to wait till the timing picks up, but he's already got a break, whoever it is, by about 80 odd metres, and that is definitely Ryan O'Neill and doing the hard charging. But 4 bikes all very, very tight there for second to fifth place, and that was Hayden Fitzgerald amongst that lot. Hayden's been pushed down to about 6th place, so Hayden off the pace. I wonder if he's sorry. Oh, he's got no spare wheels, so he's out there on slick. So thank you, Tim. More timing sheets. So right now, as they went across the start-finish line, it was Ryan O'Neill, Jesse Wickie, Daniel McGovern, Neville Gibbs, Luke Jelly, and Hayden Fitzgerald, Michael Sorensen, Zurin Wickie, and Esmond Williams. He hasn't completed a lap at the moment. Can't see any yellow flags out there, so that's good to see Ryan O'Neill out there, because a couple of races ago he pulled up on the inside of the hairpin with a machine failure. So it's great to see him back out there and doing so well in these difficult conditions here at Manfield. We had light rain or reasonably heavy shower there 2 races ago with the beginning of the motards and that, and one of the motard riders actually pulled into the pits and put his sign, gave the sign that cut this race off because he wasn't happy with the conditions. But the conditions certainly coming back, and I can see some drying on the track. So Ryan O'Neill, he's running around in the 17:02. I'll be interested to see what he qualified at in, I believe, similar conditions earlier today. Ryan O'Neill qualified in the 13, so he must have got a dry session. Neville Gibbs has broken away from the rest of the pack there into second place. O'Neill leads it by 7.7 seconds. 1.87 seconds back is Jesse Wickie from Neville Gibbs. So Neville Gibbs has broken away on that CBR 1000, but the battle is on there for third place between Jesse Wickie and Daniel McGovern. Number 19 and number 85 there. Number 85 is the silver bike there. I saw that in the pits, very beautifully presented. And Hayden Fitzgerald there follows up the field in behind that bunch, but Luke Jelly's amongst those 3 bikes, if that makes sense, coming out of the hairpin at the moment. Luke Jelly not as fast getting out of that hairpin as 85 Daniel McGovern, and Jesse Wickie was even quicker, so they opened up the gap between each other as we look over into the back of the track there with 3 laps to go. And Ryan O'Neill from, I think, the Hutt Valley somewhere on the R1 is just pumping that thing harder and harder. Can't quite see whether there's any more rain coming. It's probably just reflection off the pit building here at Manfield. So O'Neill goes through into the 14s at the moment. So he pumped in a 1:13 there. So I was looking at his qualifying times. A 1:13.755 qualifying. He's put in a 1:13.021, and nobody along pit lane to give him an indication of where he sits on the track. Well, he knows he sits out in the front. He can see he's got a clear front on him, but he's no idea what's behind him pretty well, because even if you look behind, you'd have to look over both shoulders on a long pit of the track to even see second place, and that is Neville Gibbs there. The battle's still going on for third place. 3 bikes amongst that lot there. Jesse Wickie, Daniel McGovern and Luke Jelly there as they go into the hairpin. Is that more rain coming through, or is it just a bit of drama? a bit of rain. I'm not sure about that. We've got the marshals pointing out something. No problem at all. Doesn't matter. I'll be able to poke your nose out and update you on that. So 2 laps to go. There it is. Maxine Bernsky there, formerly Maxine Skilton. Good to see her at a racetrack. She's been breeding and got a young daughter in recent times, and very hard to get out of home for that, but good to see her out in the rain there, putting the white flag out, and been doing that all day long with the other people there on the start-finish line. Yeah, I think we've got a little bit more rain, quite a heavy bit of rain. You can see the water getting worse and worse down the front straight for the final lap of the race. So Neville Gibbs goes through there in second spot. Right out tight, it is Jesse Wickie there on the number 19 bike, the GSXR 600, the Waikato scaffolding supported machine. In behind, Daniel McGovern, 85, Luke Jelly. There's been no changes all the way through that lap. Hayden Fitzgerald on slicks. He's going to be suffering very, very shortly, well, right now, because of the extra water coming out there. He's really gingerly getting round the out of the Toyota corner on the number 4 machine. Good to see him stick it out there. Lots of experience and very risky doing this sort of stuff, but he's just here to a ride, and he's still going to get some valuable points there, even back in 6th spot for the series. And it's good to see Hayden back at a racetrack, as indeed every competitor, but really nice to see young Hayes out here. And especially through the Winter Series, a lot of these National Championship guys usually come out towards the end of the Winter Series, but that bike is for sale as well. Hard to use slicks on it. Okay, where's Ryan O'Neill? He's coming through here, and number 18 goes through, number 81 comes through, and Ryan O'Neill takes the win. That quickest lap time 13, that was a 17, so that definitely is a lot more water coming down on the track. Neville Gibbs goes through there, and only 1 second off its quickest time, and it was Jesse Wickie, followed by Daniel McGovern and Luke Jelly. So no changes over that last lap. Hayden Fitzgerald, mate, I'll bet he'll be regretting not bringing some